Welcome back, everybody. All right, we're going to go ahead now and head over to Zykael, where this quest starts at. So in the previous video, we had just finished the banished creature quest. Now we'll head over and do the Viamontian Man-at-Arms kill task. And in the process of doing that, we're also going to do the Copper Legion Keep quest. So both of these are recommended level 80. I'm doing it at level 150. I think I started doing it probably around level 100. Maybe a little bit before or after that, but I continue to do it because it just like some of these other quests, the experience gained it grows as you level. So it's still at this point beneficial to do. So let's head on over to Zykael. I think it's how you say it. I don't know. I never get these names correct, but I think it's what it is. And in the first set of, I'm going to do 3 videos. This is the third of 3 videos. In the first video, we got flagged for this kill task. So I encourage you to watch that that video. We basically had to go talk to a guy named Richard Gut Smasher, I think it was, and he'll flag us for the kill task. Just check our inventory real quick, make sure we're geared up. Oh, plenty of arrows. Yeah, we're all set. I think our buffs still are pretty full. Yeah, 28 minutes should be plenty to get this done. So we'll wrap this one up, and then we'll head in and count our money, count our experience. We'll turn in all the quests. So enter this dungeon. This dungeon is fairly straightforward. There is one lever that you gotta hit, but as far as the navigation and the through the dungeon itself, it's pretty straightforward. So we just want to come straight here, and then this torch, we want to go ahead and click that torch, and it's going to open a door down here where we're going to run into a couple eaters. So engorged eater level 80. Drop this guy, and then there's another one back here. There's 4 total underneath in this hall up ahead. But what I'll typically do is drop these 2, which clears a pathway to get to this hallway. It's going to take you up and around, and then you'll come to your first set of baddies. Lightning. These guys are susceptible to lightning, so we'll go ahead and keep our lightning wasp as our primary pet for attack. So swinging through here, we got a couple. Who are you attacking? Are you attacking that guy back there? Are you attacking this guy? Ah! Oh, I got a hit in on him. Okay. So at level 80, these guys are pretty tough. I mean, they're doable, probably. I mean, maybe not by me, but I've seen people do them. But at 150, they become kind of pretty trivial. And again, the only reason I still run this quest is that the XP is pretty decent. So before level 80, and before I realized that you could run these in parallel, the kill task and the what was it called, the Copper Legion Keep quest, I just circled around here and killed these 4 man-at-arms. I don't know where that one went, but they spawn in the corners here, so I just came and killed these guys. Not realizing that I can make my way through the quest and do it. So that was once I discovered it, I was like, oh man, that's much easier. because I got to a point where I would kill all these guys and then I have to sit and wait for the spawn to happen. When I really should have just been progressing through this dungeon and killing as I go. So let's see. All right, so this is where we came up. Not here. Right here. This is where we just came up. And if you hang right, head east, and we take this guy out, or let our get a hit in on him and let our pet take him out. In here, there's a switch or lever. I mean, and you want to click that lever, and it's going to open the door down below. So we want to come out here and just kind of drop down and. I guess we can take out these eaters while we're at it. Usually I let my pet come down in here while I'm pulling the lever, but demonstration purposes, I guess I got out of sync a little bit. No biggie. All right, so come through that doorway, and then pretty much from here on out, it's kind of linear. You just work your way through, and there's one deviation I'll show here in a second. It's not necessary to complete the quest, but it's a quick way to finish off your kill task. So we'll drop these guys. There's you, and one for you, and one for you. All right, so down this way. Oh, let's wait for a reset. There we go. We've got another side room here, and in here there's a key to unlock a chest that holds probably the crappiest loot I've ever seen in the game for this level. But we're gonna do it anyway because we were doing the kill quest. We'll go ahead and kill our way through. These guys do drop for Tathana portal gems, so I get a collection of those, which is kind of nice. They'll also drop. They drop peace sometimes, not very often, and then occasionally they'll drop your encapsulated spirits. So I'll tend to just check them all just in case. So here's that key. All right, then we're going to double back, and then we're going to go down the other side here, the other arm of this dungeon. And here's where that key, the chest for that key is. So you're going to come into this room. You got 3 man-at-arms and 1 mage. So plunk these guys real quick. Alright, here's the worst chest in the game. Not lying. Alright, check these guys real quick, see if we have anything. Alright. Keep on trucking. So back up to the main hall. You know, and I keep heading south. And there's this little symmetrical split room. I usually just go left and take all these guys out, and that gets me. Ultimately, this will get me enough man-at-arms between here and all the way through the remainder of the quest to complete it. So I don't bother clearing them all out, but I will definitely clear this side out. Let's drag all these guys over. Ah! I used to hate that when I was lower level. I always thought it was me. Now sometimes I still do, but not here. Okay, so that's that room. moving on, keeping down again down the center. We're just headed, really just headed south, straight through the dungeon. You know, so a couple twists and turns here, but nothing super crazy. See, I'll kite this guy over here and use our pet to get the rest of these. Sometimes I can get them all in one pet if they don't throw stuff at me and charge at me instead. Oh well, we'll spawn another pet here in a second once we drop this guy and drop these last two. I got 38. Yeah, I'll kill a couple more with my pet as well, and then we'll just finish it up. And these Copper Legion keep quests they're part of they're part of what was the main defending the defensive Zykael quest is the main kind of, I guess, this main storyline to it, and there's 3 different levels to it. There's the copper one, which I'm in right now. There's 2 others, and I forget the colors. They're colors, I think, like silver and something else. At this point in time, I've only done the copper one. I think I'm going to probably have a look at the next level one. I'm pretty sure I can burn through that one as well. So I'll be looking at that soon. But for now, this one's pretty quick and still gives a decent amount of experience. All right, so continuing south up the ramp, circling around, and there's another ramp here, and then you're going to run into 3 or 4 man-at-arms and another mage. So we'll drop our pet and get these guys real quick like. Didn't hurt. Used to. I think that tink sound is a crit. I like that sound. All right, again, straightforward. We're headed east now, but still kind of, there's only one way to go at this point. So down the hall to the right here, headed south, is where we're going to get the key master. I think it's a key master. I don't know. Gatekeeper, key master. I forget what it's called. But he's got the key that we'll need to get through this door. Copper Legion doorkeeper. Alright, and I think we got our 50. Let me scroll back up and see. I'm pretty sure, yeah. We usually get to 50 before we get through this door. If I've killed everything that I typically kill. So we grab the key off this guy. And then right here, straight ahead again, east, there's a door. And this is the final door until we get to, his name is Captain Remiel. Got his bodyguards first, and then we'll take him out. Doesn't really matter at this point. Drop him fairly quickly, but get rid of his peons first, and then between me and Sparky here, we'll take him out. Usually runs up there. There's some mages up top. Yeah, he usually runs up there and gets them all fired up. All right, so this guy is going to have a few things on him. The primary one you want is the portal gem. If you're doing this at level 80, it's a pretty decent helmet. It requires a wield of level 50. But the helmet itself, by itself, isn't that great. But going into the next part of this quest, you can add blood. I forget what it is. We'll see it in a minute. You add blood to it, and it makes it a little bit better. So I think it's a fairly decent helmet level, level 80. All right, so we get the portal gem. So we're going to summon this portal, and this is going to take us to the actual keep. And we get here, we're going to have to work our way through. These are level 80 castle guards, and there's some mages on the up here by this tower. We can leave them alone, but I generally just come through and just wipe everything at this point. So we'll drop our pet and start plunking our way forward here. Alright, I haven't found anything decent on these guys, but you never know. There might be something. They drop peas. They drop those encapsulated spirits. I don't know if they drop red or yellow letters. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen one on these guys or not. But nothing too great, but we'll loot them while our pet resets. All right, and then this is the guy you want to ultimately kill. This Copper Legion Castellan. I think that's how you say that. Come join the party, guys. Hang out. Stay a while. So this guy is going to have a Copper Knight medallion. So we definitely want to grab that. That's what we turn in for this actual quest. And then, as I mentioned, there's royal blood is what it's called. So you get this royal blood, and you apply the royal bloods to this helm. You start out AL 200, several level 4 spells, or prots, I should say. So it doesn't bump it a whole lot, I guess. A few extra spells and a little bit more AL. Not too bad, but. Well, we'll leave it here. All right, and that's it. That's it for the quest. So let's go. So that is the first round of my dailies. we'll go turn everything in right now. I'll, as I mentioned in previous videos, so my next set of quests are going to be what I call the egg hunt. And it's basically going to each one of the Moorsman tunnels and grabbing the eggs and killing the insane dude that is corrupting all these Moorsmen. All right, so in no particular order, let's go ahead and we'll start with the plateau. Let's see, where am I at here? Yeah, so plateau is up in right here. And we're gonna give this medallion to this guy right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. All right, so it gives you 13 million experience and 1 MMD note. I think that's static. I don't know if that's specific to level or not. I don't think so. I think it's a static 13 million. So that's that part. We want to then go. I guess we can go turn in the rest of this quest. So again, what I'll do is I'll take the shortest route I've found is through the facility hub, through the Othoi Soldier's Nest. So we'll do that. Now we need to get to these back tunnels. So it's going to drop us here. And we'll run to the back tunnels from there. Now, if you guys haven't watched Void Money, I recommend watching him. He's really good. He's actually helped me discover a few quests along the way. In particular, there's one called Blightfinger. He just streamed that the other day, and so I'm going to roll that one into my daily schedule. Pretty decent amount of loot. Not very, I mean, easier. Fairly easy quest, especially, well, for my level and his level. I think he's around 168, something like that. So very straightforward quest. Easy to navigate dungeon. 115 Moorsman, level 115 Moorsman. Blightfinger is 115. So I'm not going to cover that. Void Money's already done it, and if I encourage you to check his stuff out. It's pretty good. He doesn't know me. I don't know him, but I appreciate what he does. All right, so Robert Gutsmasher, and I've reached the max cap. So, hey, I didn't know I was close to leveling. Very cool. I've reached the max cap on this quest, so 58 million is what you're going to get for it. So not too shabby. Between the, what was it, 13 for the one and 58, you got 60, 70, 71 million. Not too bad. All right, next we'll go hit up Fort Tathana, turn in the Armoredillo quest. And so I've mentioned I've done 3 videos to show you my daily so far. I'll do another one to show the Moorsman once, but I didn't turn in the quests for the in the previous videos. I'm turning them all at once, so you'll see them. You'll see all the turn-ins here. I encourage you to watch the other ones. Hopefully you'll I'd appreciate it, and then hopefully it helps. One thing that will not help is going in the wrong portal. I meant to go to Fort Tathana. So, all right, well, we'll use one of the portal gems we just got from these guys. So I've gotten a couple. I've run this quest once or twice. sorry. Didn't mean to run into you, buddy. So the Man-at-Arms quest will give you this. I think you get a title. I don't remember if you do or not, but you get this plaque for sure. Man-at-Arms Thrasher plaque. And then same thing with this Armoredillo quest. You turn that in, you get a plate Armoredillo Punisher plaque. I think I might have these hanging up in my villa. So I just tend to they take up pack space, so I'll just hand them to this guy and say, here you go. Distribute those to the needy, please. All right, and then we're finally, what do I got left? I got the Essence kill task turn in, and I've got the Banished creature turn in. So we'll go to Stonehold, and we'll talk to my favorite girl, Belinda. She's the quest giver that I found that I was like, oh my goodness. When I first found quests that gave over 20 million, besides the Tusker Barracks, this was the one I found, and I was like, oh man. This is when I found out your pet counts for double as well. I don't know why I never noticed that before. But I guess this was my first big kill quest. I don't remember the history, but this one was certainly like, oh man, this one's awesome. I'm doing it all the time. So not as great now, but still 30 million. And then you've got two other quests that you can do: the rares and the fallen. I don't maybe the fallen's a bit more. I think the rares are quite a bit more. The rares will give you 80 million. A little bit longer to complete. But if you get to a point where you're running the Candith Keep area comfortably, there's a ton of dark sorcerers, a couple of one other skeleton one. I can't pronounce it properly. Starts with an M, but they hang out around there, so you can finish that one up pretty quick. And I'll kind of roll that one in indirectly. I'll do that over time. Sometimes I'll run it if I'm just bored and I just want something to do. I'll just run it to completion in a single run. But typically I'll kill whatever comes along, and then I'll just do it over time. All right, and the other thing that she takes is, I mentioned earlier in a previous video, maybe this one, is that she takes these Banished weapons. So again, these things kind of increase over time on what you get for them. And once you cap out, you get 500,000 experience for each one. So we'll turn those in. And then we'll finally come over here and talk to this dude again and turn in our Essence kill task. As I hear. You got my stuff for me, buddy? And another 30 million for that guy, and a title of Elemental Eradicator. And then we'll turn in our crystals as well, again for a cap of 500. All right, everyone. I appreciate you joining, and thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.